Okay, so we're live right now. Sorry, this took a second to get up, but we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground right now, just to the east of Waterloo. So this is going to be tracking to the north of Florence. See if we can zoom in here a little bit more. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground, just past to the north of Wright. It's on its way to Stewartville right now, and then eventually into 3 in Lauderdale County to Johnson's Crossroads in Bethel Grove. Let's go and time that out. Let's see how fast this thing is going real quick. Moving east at 25 miles per hour. All right, so let's track this thing. Say this is going about this way at 25 miles per hour. All right, so 3 in about 20 minutes. That's probably how long it's going to take. This thing is not the fastest moving tornado in the world, but again, if you're in Stewartville or 3, Alabama, please get in your safe space right now. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put this
That's crazy. The microphone was off. That's awesome. I don't know if that was for the whole time. I sure hope not. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. That's helpful. Let's see if I can re-say everything that I've said. Goodness, that is that's annoying. Anyways, we got 12:45. You got a tornado warning until 12:45 p.m. You do have a tornado on the ground right now in Stewartville, Alabama, approaching Threet. You look at the velocity here, and it's still there. It's a little bit more broad now, but again, Threet, it's going to be there in about 5 minutes. Stewartville, it's right on top of you. So if there's a tornado on the ground, it is right on top of you, and you've got to be in your safe place. Threet, Johnson Crossroads, Bethel Grove, go ahead and get in your safe place. You are under a tornado warning. I would say the same thing for Cloverdale and Hines. Unless this thing strengthens and takes that right turn, Blackburn should be fine. But go ahead and respect this. I'll go ahead and give the all.
Watching your live YouTube.
Oh, thanks, Isabel. Don't stop. Don't do that. Don't. Sullivan Crossroads, I'll go ahead and give you an all clear. I'll give Gravelly Springs an all clear. Again, Florence, since apparently nobody's been hearing me. Yeah, that's Isabel on the. Yeah. Florence is not a part of this. They are well south of this possible tornado. Again, this is a storm out there completely by itself right now. The line, I mean, you can see it. Look, it's right, all the way out there by itself. The warning is pretty big compared to the rest of the storm. Let's see. It still is taking that northeastern track. It's not strengthening and taking that turn that you worry about. And once this gets past the Tennessee line, I think I can probably let it go. But for right now, we're going to stick here because first and foremost, this is day 2 of official toasted weather. We do cover mainly Alabama, North Alabama, portions of Mississippi, but we got to keep it local at first because it's only me. It's only me doing this. So, and obviously the majority of the people that watch this are, living here. So, let's see. Yeah, 35 viewers. Hey guys, that's crazy. Thanks guys. That's a record for now. But again, we do have this observed tornado. That's the most recent update. So again, this tornado right now is in between Stewartville and Threet. Let's go ahead and circle where that might be. And this is a broad rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if it was off the ground now, but still, it could drop back on the ground at any point. But that orange circle right there, that is where you're going to get your possible tornado. And again, that's tracking east-northeast towards Threet, Johnson's Crossroads, Bethel Grove, Cloverdale, and then eventually places like Pruitt, maybe. Maybe Zip City, maybe Hines. We're just going to have to wait and see. But this thing is pretty broad right now. Pretty broad rotation. And this is the only tornado-warned storm in the country right now. So, oh, cool. I'm from Ohio, but I love weather, and you popped up in my recommended feed. Thanks for what you do. Live weather updates save your life. Thank you, Deanna Shook. Welcome. Subscribe. This is literally day 2 of this channel, pretty much. So, welcome. Yeah. So, okay, next, got a new scan in here. Your possible tornado now is sitting right over Threet. Again, it is not the most impressive rotation, but from this far out, you definitely have to respect it because this radar is pretty far. This is the Columbus radar. Let's see. I guess Columbus is technically closer to it right now, and you can definitely see it on Huntsville, but it's not as defined as you can see from Columbus. And I would use that Lawrenceburg radar if it was a little bit better. But this possible tornado, again, is just to the north of Threet. This would be on the intersection of Lauderdale County Road 5 and 85, and it'll be tracking northeast towards Cloverdale Road. So it's almost there now. If you're in like downtown, if you're straight up in Cloverdale, stay in your safe place. But right now, it's looking like it's not going to be a direct hit. So that is good enough. It's now starting. Now, that looks a little tighter now. That looks a little tighter now, and that looks like more of an eastern progression. Let's go ahead and go back out. Okay. Maybe not as much of an eastern progression as I thought. This is kind of like how I like to track these things. Put 2 dots there and then see. So this is, yeah, I think that's probably the way to go here. So let's see. That's the wrong tool again. Okay. 25 miles per hour. So this will be in Johnson Crossroads in about 10 minutes. Zip City in about 20. Hines in about 25. And this tornado warning does expire at 12:45. But if this continues to look how it does, I wouldn't be surprised if they update and continue this warning. If they do, I'd assume it'd be in the next 10 minutes. Sponsored by Coke Zero. That's a joke. I'm not sponsored by Coke Zero. That'd be so cool, though. Let's see. Was there a CC drop with the tornado warning storm? There definitely was. There definitely was. Let's see if it's still there. Not showing anything like major. I don't see any super indication of a tornado there, but you can see it as it rolls off. So looks like the very bottom. So there's debris that's aloft right now, but it doesn't look like it's on the ground. It looks like it might have just lifted, but it could go back down at any point. Again, this thing is going in between Stewartville and Threet right now. Let's go back to, again, as you can see, there definitely was a CC drop. I hear rain outside my window. That's nice. That's nice. It's not even raining outside my window. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think I just heard the new tornado warning, maybe? Maybe they updated it. I don't know. I'm not getting a notification. But definitely still, it's broad. It is broad, but your circulation is still there, just to the northwest of Cloverdale. So, Johnson Crossroads, Bethel Grove, safe place. Hall, closet, interior room, no windows. Wear some hard sole shoes, a helmet if you got it. All those things, very important. So let's see. This thing is still pretty broad. We're gonna keep tracking it up until 12:45. But right now it's still looking pretty broad, and it's still moving to the east-northeast. So it still hasn't strengthened and taken that hard right turn that we're hoping we're not going to see. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely still rotation there. Let's check on correlation coefficient again. Not seeing anything. Just not really seeing anything there. So I hope that this tornado has lifted off the ground. But we will see what the National Weather Service does. The tornado outlook map today looks like an avocado. Yes, it does. It is crazy how every single one of these outlooks always somehow ends up looking like an avocado. Yeah, another image looks like a piece of toast. You guys know what's going on. I appreciate it. Oh, that does look like an avocado. Anyway, anyways, so it's still pretty broad. This is, again, it's probably on top of Johnson Crossroads, like right now. Again, this is going to move east-northeast, so towards Bethel Grove, Pruitt, Alabama Hines, headed your way. I don't know why they haven't gone ahead and just expired that one, but I definitely given it all clear to Waterloo, Riverton, Wright, Gravelly Springs, Stewartville, Murphy Crossroads, Dark. I'm giving 3 the all clear. I think I already said Sullivan Crossroads, Fairview, Sharps Mill, and this never included Florence. So Florence not at risk for this storm. The sirens might be sounding countywide. I don't know if that's how it works over there in Lauderdale, but if they are, just know this is well to the north of Florence, almost hugging the Alabama-Tennessee border. So I'm going to go back to velocity here. This hasn't updated. Still got it over Johnson Crossroads. I'm going to wait for this next scan. And yeah, if you guys ever want to like ask questions or something like that, you just drop it in the chat. I'd be happy to answer. And of course, this is going to be a lot more active this afternoon when the big storms come through. But I think they just updated this. Yeah, they continued the tornado warning. So they have downgraded it to radar indicated. So this is no longer a confirmed tornado on the ground. It is very broad. It is very broad rotation. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably going to chase this. When this warning goes away, I'm definitely going to chase this. Just to see if I can see anything. Because it's going to come just to the north of Limestone. So if I get up on I-65 and it's still trucking a little bit, I might give it a peek. But we'll see. So, again, we got only 7 minutes left in this warning. Again, radar indicated. No severe thunderstorm warning. This is not a storm that is above severe limits. This is not a severe thunderstorm. Well, I guess it technically is if you count the tornado warning, but by definition, does not have big enough hail, does not have strong enough wind. It is just a strong thunderstorm producing a tornado right now. And that is what it is. So that 12:36 p.m. scan was very broad. It's actually hard to discern whether a tornado, where a tornado would be in there at all. And that's actually even more broad in this next scan. So again, we'll hang here for a little bit, for 6 more minutes, and then at 12:45, I'll go off air, and I will let the stream go away. I'll come back here this afternoon when things really start to ramp up. But yeah, just saw this tornado warning. Had to scramble and get on here real quick, and but right now it's looking fine. Still broad, but we are still keeping an eye on it. All right, so we got the expiration. Or no, that's the expiration for the original one. So the original one got expired. They are going to let this one, I would assume they're going to let this tornado warning expire at 12:45. They're saying, expires 12:48? Or no, that was just the recent. The thing on the top left of your screen right there, 12:48 p.m., Colbert Lauderdale. It's showing that because it expired. But it's about to update again because they got a new tornado warning here in Tennessee. And this is going to impact Places in Tennessee, and I mean, we don't have that many viewers up here, but Fairview, Iron City, Lower Holly Creek, Wayland Springs, Mount Nebo, Wolf Creek, St. Joseph, Fairview, Rascaltown, Loretto, Brown Crossroads, and Liberty Grove, Tennessee. Take your safe place, or take your tornado precautions. This is a broad tornado, or a broad circulation, in between Bethel Grove and Johnson Crossroads right now. And it's moving east-northeast into Tennessee. And the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued another tornado warning. This one expires until this one expires at 1:15. So we'll go now until the circulation gets to the Alabama-Tennessee border. And then at that point, we'll let it fly. And then we'll go out of there. So, thanks, Blake. Let's go wide, see what else is going on. You got some scattered convection, seeing like it's trying to pop up now. It's just a matter of, whether or not those cells can turn into supercells. Here's the satellite imagery, and that is not particularly good. You got a lot of sun peeking through those clouds. Right in here, notice, obviously you have a bit of some clouds over the Mississippi Valley, but you're starting to get some opening in the clouds. This is going to help destabilize the atmosphere, especially along this corridor right here initially. Obviously, that clear skies will be moving into the Alabama-Tennessee Valley here in a moment. It's already in Florence. Yeah, there's your supercell. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to radar. It's still like, I don't know if I should switch to Columbus or Huntsville, but right now I'm going to stick to Columbus. So we're going to go velocity. Still very broad, but at the same time, you have to consider the fact that it's pretty far away from any radar. So it could be showing broad, but this is at a higher point of the atmosphere. We don't know what's going on at the ground. So, I mean, unless we have a chaser down there, which I doubt we do, we're not going to know whether or not this is on the ground as easy as it would be if it was like in Oklahoma or something like that. So, let's see. This broad rotation is moving to the east-northeast at about 25 miles per hour. It's about to cross, is it Chisholm Road? Sorry, I mean, I obviously have never read that before. Lauderdale County 298, Lauderdale County Route 298, 299, 303, heading up in that direction. Heading up towards Pruitt. So we're going to wait for this next scan and see if we see any signs of any strengthening. So, Coke Zero, glass bottle. It's the way you do it. What can I say? Okay, so waiting for this next scan. Zoom out a little bit on there. So again, this is to the north of Florence, way north of Highway 72. For reference, there's Florence, there's Athens, here's your supercell. It's a small supercell, moving east-northeast, hasn't been really strengthening. So, you got to respect it. You got to respect the polygon, obviously. But it is not looking as strong as it did when there was a confirmed tornado. Okay, I take it back. There is some tightening going on. There is some tightening going on now to the northeast of Bethel Grove. Now I wouldn't be surprised if there was something on the ground. That looks like a look where there could be something on the ground, especially from this far out. Let's go correlation coefficient, and it's iffy. So there could be a tornado on the ground, possible tornado on the ground. Right now it would be like right on top of Bethel Grove. It's about to cross the state line though, and it's probably going to cross the state line where Chisholm. Okay. So it's probably going to cross the state line at Chisholm Road. So if you are anywhere in that region, you probably need to get in your safe place right now. That is your lowest floor, away from any windows, interior room. I just pull an all-nighter, then wake up and from a nap and see this. Yeah, it is that kind of day. Let's go to velocity again. It's broadening out, but there's definitely rotation in there. Your broad rotation is now sitting on the state line. Going east-northeast towards Iron City, Tennessee. And it's almost across that state line to the point where I can step back and prepare for the stream this afternoon. But like, for example, look, this tornado warning, it says it expires in 30 minutes. They're going to expire this in the next 10 minutes probably, because it's about to cross into Tennessee and not be Alabama's problem anymore. There is another round after this that is going to be significantly worse. It's not just going to be one small supercell. It is going to be, hopefully not, but it is probably going to be multiple supercells with the potential of some strong tornadoes. So, again, this possible tornado is somewhere in here, and it's going to be heading in this general direction. So, if you're in Iron City, Tennessee, St. Joseph, Tennessee, Mount Nebo, Wayland Springs, Wolf Creek, go ahead and get in your safe place. Treat this like there is a giant tornado coming towards your house, you know? Because there is. Of course, we can't confirm that right now, but right now, it's certainly looking like there definitely could be a tornado on the ground, and it's looking like it's strength. That next scan again kind of gives you a better idea of where it would be, probably right in here. Again, same thing. Iron City, Wolf Creek, St. Joseph. Got to get in your safe place. This one is one of those. It's on one of those days where, and this could end up being a strong tornado. So this is probably right on top of the Alabama-Tennessee border, and it's about to cross into Tennessee. Right now, it is right on top of Chisholm Road, and it is right on top of the border. So pretty much the intersection of Chisholm Road and the Tennessee state line, that is exactly where it's at. And it's going east-northeast towards Iron City, Tennessee, Wolf Creek, Tennessee, Mount Nebo, Tennessee, St. Joseph, Tennessee, and then eventually places like Fairview, Loretto, and Brown Crossroads, Tennessee. Where can you see the tornado on the radar? I'm kind of new to this thing. It's completely fair. It's basically the ideal situation if you're looking for a tornado is for, especially this is high resolution base velocity. So instead of, the greens and the reds that you see when looking at like a radar for rain, that is, obviously intensity of rain. This is wind speed. So you can see the wind in storms, and that's basically calculated by which direction the wind is falling in the storm or whatever. The radar picks that up, sends that back, turns that data into this, and you can see which direction the wind is blowing. And red is away from the radar, green is towards the radar. And obviously there's not any straight up green here, but There is some grays where it's starting to lean a little bit in the other direction, and it's not super strong, but this high up in the atmosphere, you can definitely, you could definitely get something like that. So twisted hook weather. You said if the 45% wind risk becomes hatched, will the SPC raise the enhanced to a moderate? Yes. That is, by rule, that's what they have to do. But I think they should probably upgrade to moderate tornado driven. I think this is one of those where it is hard to give a reason why there wouldn't be at least one strong tornado today. And yesterday I could have given you like 3 for Oklahoma, messy mode and all this stuff, and like, I mean, I don't know. I think if yesterday deserved a moderate, today does. And you know, obviously when you get to level 4 and 5, it kind of gets the word out a little easier. And it's a shame that we don't have that going into this. It's just enhanced, which enhanced is fine, but still, probably should up this to enhanced. And we could go red mode, but I'm not going to go red mode unless we go moderate. So, whoops, I'm in full screen mode. So this thing is right on the border now. It's actually getting to the point where it's hard to see it because of the state lines and stuff. Still broad, still broad. I'm about to turn the stream off here in a second. Again, I'll be back later this afternoon. But this thing is going to pass in between Pruitt and Iron City, it looks like. If it's no, I take that back. I think it's going to be more Iron City than Pruitt. So if you're in Iron City, St. Joseph, Wolf Creek, and Mount Nebo, I would go ahead and get your tornado safe place. Your possible tornado is certainly right in there, and that's where you see the clashing of the colors. And that will be going east-northeast. Again, Iron City, Wolf Creek, St. Joseph. See, the weather has been pretty crazy lately. These naders have been something fierce. Oh, you're telling me. It has been pretty wacky. And this region has been spared this year, for the most part. That was me knocking on wood. But, you know, we hope that that does not change today. Knock on wood again. But right now, I mean, obviously you have this small little supercell out by itself producing a tornado on and off, heading towards Iron City right now. So just, I mean, if this doesn't show you anything for this environment, then I don't know what to tell you. Really don't. So what is this? Okay. Look at that. It's still pretty, I mean, for being this high up in the storm, that's pretty significant sign of rotation. I would kind of guess it would be somewhere in here at this point. Because it has been a minute. It's been 12:52, it's been 2 minutes. Probably somewhere right in here right now. So if it's not completely done crossing the border yet, it's about to be. I live in Kansas. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, y'all have had quite the ride last couple days. True actor. You've had quite the ride. You've had like several rounds of severe weather. Tornadoes. Violent tornadoes. I hope you weren't, I forget the community name. It's that same place that got hit in 07 in West Kansas. But either way, glad you're okay. Glad you're okay. All right. I don't know how my rural town wasn't so struck. That's good. I'm happy it wasn't. Town about 45 minutes away. Yeah, I can see how that would be the case. Some pretty gnarly tornadoes. Again, this look a little tighter. It's looking a little tighter. And that's crossing the border right now into Tennessee. Let's see. I'm sorry, but I just to say I also live in Alabama. Hey, nice to meet you. And wanted to know if you got snow where you were in late January 21. I am from around Mobile area. We got around 7.5 inches. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So January. Again. So real quick, let me just talk about this tornado real quick. This broad rotation that could potentially have tornadoes going towards Iron City, eventually up towards Loretto if you're anywhere in those locations, being your safe place, St. Joseph. So I'm in the northern half of Alabama. We got snow about a week and a half before the January 21st. I think you're right. I think it was January 21st. Could be wrong. Second maybe. I don't know. But it was about a week and a half before that, and we got snow. So we got about 4 or 5 inches that day. And then, but yeah, no, Mobile got covered. 7.5. One of my buddies said 10.5. It's insane. It was insane. I mean, probably won't happen again down there for another 200 years. Because it's been 200 years since that happened. At least 150, something like that. So it's going to be, like I'm going to be gone before that happens again. So, hope surely. I mean, you never know with climate change or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? So, again, broad rotation. This is tracking steadily east-northeast. Wolf Creek, Iron City, St. Joseph, the same places. Let me track this out. Okay. Hold on, I'm kind of getting this in my head. It's very east-northeast. There's a big east component to this. But it's still got that northern component, which makes me think it's not strengthening too much. But they should, in the next couple minutes, be able to drop this warning in Alabama. And when they do, I'll see you guys in the afternoon. But for right now, we're just going to keep it here. Let's go to velocity. And now it's, let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing had some pretty good hail. Because now it's looking like the whole thing is getting so broad where it might just be the supercell itself circulating. But either way, that's still a pretty convincing. Rotation signature right over Iron City, Tennessee. So Iron City, Tennessee, Wolf Creek, St. Joseph, Fairview, Loretto, Browns, Crossroads. Be in your safe place, but the tornado warning in Lauderdale County has been allowed to expire and has been canceled. So I'm going to let us stop. I'm going to let us stop the stream for a little bit. I will be back later this afternoon. Hopefully we have a couple more hours until then, but I will be back later this afternoon. That was part one, I guess. You know what? While I'm here, let's go ahead and edit this so I don't have to go back and edit it. Round one. All right. Cool. All right. So, I guess I'll see you guys. Love the energy in the chat. Let's bring it back when we do it again this afternoon. This one's going to be a pretty gnarly event. Maybe. So, we'll see. That's the sun. I'm seeing the sun outside my window. Yeah. So, it's starting to warm up. We'll see what we can. We'll see what today does. So I'll see you guys later this afternoon, here in a couple hours.